After competing in sports and beauty pageants, volleyball star Michelle Gumabao is crossing over to yet another field, politics. Gumabao stunned fans by joining next year's elections alongside controversial media personality Mocha Uson. The former UAAP volleyball champion is running under the Mothers for Change, or Mocha, party list as its second nominee. This is Gumabao's first foray into politics, but her father, detained former actor and Congressman Dennis Roldan, once served as Quezon City's 3rd District Representative from 1992 to 1995. And now joining us to go all out on this story is none other than Michelle Gumabao herself. Michelle, good morning. Welcome back to Sports Desk. Looking good.
Hey, Jay. Thank you for having me today. Hi, everyone.
You know, we always love having Michelle Gumabao on the show. We just, love having you because so many things to talk about with you. So we've talked about so many things every time you're here about La Salle, UAAP, Creamline, PVL, entering the pageant. But now you're entering a different kind of arena. Why? Why enter the world of politics or public service, Michelle?
I've always had my eyes set on politics, mainly because I've always had this advocacy for the youth. And I'm already 29.
Grabe.
Hello, 2021. I'm already 29. And I'm already venturing out into speaking up for different kinds of advocacies. You know, I've always encouraged people not just to stand up for one cause, one advocacy. If you're blessed with a platform, if you're blessed with a voice, if you're blessed with experience already, being in different fields, competing in different fields, I believe it's time to take a step further. And now that I've been working for 2 years with my different advocacy programs like KKDAT and Magdalena, I've been working with Mocha for the past year for Mothers of Change. So it's time. Now is the best time to take our advocacy higher, and that is to Congress.
I see. And you know what? We were talking off air, and sabi ko nga, nagulat ako, but in a way, I kind of saw you because, you know, I've known you as someone na pwedeng taking that path and, you know, public service. And like what I mentioned earlier, your father did serve also as a former counselor. So, napili ka as second nominee for Mothers for Change or Mocha party list. How did you end up with them? Sabi mo, you just mentioned that you've been working with Mocha for a year. So, did she approach you and or how did that happen? Kasi, I mean, Michelle, I'm sure you read it. Kasi hindi ka pa naman mother, di ba? And so how did that happen? Kwento mo sa amin, sige, para ma-clarify.
Mocha and I are actually not mothers, pareho kami. This advocacy is a tribute to all mothers, and this is what we've been advocating for. We are both from single moms, my dad being Believe It Until Now, her dad having passed away. We both have single moms at home. We both stood like moms for our family. And it's like the same story. When I met her around 2 years ago, we sort of connected on a level of experience na rin of what we've been through, especially with family.
Okay.
I mentioned earlier that I am the ambassador of KKDAT, that's Kabataan Kontra Droga and Terrorismo, that's directly under PNP and the government, and also Magdalena, which is a women's group. We've always been working for the past 2 years with Mothers for Change, and this has been led by Mocha. And when she put up her party list, running for a seat in Congress, we wanted to join forces to really just synergize all of our advocacies, her with mothers, me with the youth, coming in for teenage moms as well. And also for all women. We are advocating for all women here. I've been asking the question, why are people asking me if I'm a mother just because I'm advocating for single moms? I've been advocating for the LGBTQ community. Nobody has ever asked me if I was gay.
That's right.
We've all been advocating for Black Lives Matter, especially in the recent years, and nobody has approached me to ask if I was Black. So it's like, you know, if you have been blessed with this platform that I have, it's not just social media, but with connections, with background, with the passion. It's just really about the passion. And I know that I have something more to give in order to serve my country better. And that's always been my dream, to be able to serve. I've seen it in my father. I've seen it in friends and family. And I know that I also have this calling to be the same way.
You know what? You said it perfectly. You said it there na maganda yung pagka, sabi mo nga, you've been advocating for LGBTQ, pero hindi, di ba, you're not part of that demographic, but still you want to help them. Same thing with Mothers for Change. You want to help the mothers here in the Philippines. At nabanggit ko na maraming nagulat. Isa ako doon na parang, tatakbo siya with Mocha. Pero yung fans, I'm sure you've seen it also.
Yes.
Yan ang gusto ko sa'yo eh. Yan ang gusto ko sa'yo eh. Straight to the point. But syempre, ito, pag-usapan natin, ang first nominee, si Mocha Uson. And let's face it, Mocha is a very polarizing personality here in the country. She's even been called the queen of fake news on social media. And you've seen it, you've read it, I'm sure. Was that a concern for you?
Of course, at first, I believe I've shared the sentiment of the general public when I first met her. But that's the thing. We only believe what we see on media, what we see on social media. So more than just fake news and being like what I said back in 2018, being responsible of what you report, you also have to make it a point to see what's the truth by going out there, by meeting the person, by actually confirming what you're reading online. And that's what I did. I asked her questions straight up. I said, what are these issues? What have you been facing in the past? Bakit ka ganito? Bakit ganyan? And that's when we were able to get past all the scrutiny of the public and to get past all the drama and the issues and to just focus on our joint advocacy, which is Mothers for Change. And I think it's normal kasi when you don't know the person. And that's why I also had it in me to respect all these people saying negative and positive things on social media, because at the end of the day, they only know what they see on social media, and that's my feed, that's my social media presence. They don't know the real me. Like, they haven't maybe spoken to me or met me in person. They haven't seen the advocacies that I've been leading for the past year. So it's very hard to judge when you see something or someone in social media. And I just chose to be the person that doesn't jump into conclusions. And I'd rather be the person who really verifies what I read, what I see. And that's what I did when the first time I met Mocha 2 years ago. Talagang diretsuhan kami na, ano ba talaga nangyari?
Yan ang gusto ko sa'yo eh. Prangka, diretso, sagot. At yun nga, sabi mo, kinilala mo itong si Mocha muna at alam naman natin na yun nga nabanggit ko, pinag-uusapan siya sa social media. Well, we're enjoying this conversation. Please stay where you are. Grab a glass of water, relax ka muna dyan, and we'll take a quick break. Michelle Gumabao will still be with us. And we still have with us today volleyball star and party list aspirant Michelle Gumabao. And Michelle, as we mentioned earlier, of course, Michelle is the second nominee of the Mothers for Change or Mocha party list. Michelle, you have so many advocacies, but you personally, what is your platform? What can Michelle Gumabao bring, if ever, this party list comes through? Anong madadala mo sa House of Representatives should the Mocha party list win a second seat?
Definitely the voice and the platform that I have. It's going to be different. It's going to be something new for me, but I'm going to bring the passion that I have, not only for the cause that I believe in, but for everybody who needs a voice in Congress. That's where I want to come in. And I'm coming into this with a heart to learn. And also I am coming into this with such a fresh and unique perspective as well, because I do want to represent our party list well. I do want to represent mothers, and I do want to represent women when I come to Congress. So it's just going to be something new for everyone. But the best part is I've experienced so many different fields. Learning is something that actually comes naturally to me, and I enjoy it. So that's going to be something easy.
You know what? Every time I get to speak to you when you join something, like, yun nga, pag nag-UAAP ka, and then PVL, and then nag-beauty queen ka, and then yung nag-PBB house, you kumbaga, mas nag-evolve ka eh. Mas you learn something. Sabi mo nga, Michelle, bakit your father, di ba nga, was once a counselor? Kinonsider mo ba yun? Like, na instead na kumbaga, bakit Congress agad? Inisip mo bang mag-local position muna bago ka?
Yeah.
Okay. But
I definitely wanted to go local. That was my first and initial plan.
I see.
But then at the start of this year, and also before filing for our CONA or our COC, I really got to thinking, and I was supposed to really just prioritize other things for now and support Mocha. Magdalena and KK that have pledged our support months ago for Mothers for Change, and we told her we want to help her with this advocacy. So when the decision came to be able to sit as second nominee, I really didn't see it coming. But after talking to a lot of people, both my parents, advisors on the side, it was a decision that I was really excited to make as well, because come to think of it, I never planned on joining volleyball back in college. I never had a dream, this Jay, of joining beauty pageants.
Yes, yeah.
But, I was able to represent the Philippines on both a volleyball court and on the international pageant stage. So, the desire to do better is there, and why not Congress? Why not take this shot? The people will decide if they believe in this advocacy and support our advocacy, then they will give us an opportunity to have a seat in Congress.
Just ganun si Michelle Gumabao. When she puts her mind into something, she does it, and she just wants to, to help. And syempre, Michelle, kilala ka naman namin as ako, volleyball player, of course, media, nag-PBB, and then beauty queen. But how do you think all of your experiences in all of the fields that you went into or industries will help you this time around in your political career?
Learning definitely is a strong suit. Being an athlete, constantly you have to better yourself. Learning is a continuous lifelong process for us. Competing is also a normal thing for athletes. So the competition of elections, the rigorous schedule, going out every day, and trying to share this advocacy is something that I also look forward to. Alam mo naman, di naman tayo napapagod. So that's also going to be fun for me. And lastly, it's the passion that I have, not just for what I do, but who I do it for. I'm very thankful to God for everything, but He has put in me a passion for my country that I know I can do so much more, whether it's representing the Philippines in volleyball, representing the Philippines in beauty pageants. Now I get to represent a party list first. So we're starting small, and we're starting where I think I can learn a lot. So I'm definitely in this to win. We'll see. But it's going to be a fun experience also for me, a learning experience all for me. And at the end of the day, what I can bring to the table is being a team player. Working with volleyball team has taught me that in life, if you want to get better, if you want to aim higher, you have to work with people around you. You can't do it alone. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. If we want to make change in our country, we have to do it together.
Yan ako bilib sa'yo, sabi mo, hindi ka napapagod eh. Saan mo nakukuha yung energy mo? Ito, konting pahinga, Michelle, a little trivia before we continue our conversation. First, let's find out the answer to our quiz question of the day. Michelle, I don't know if you heard me, but I asked a question earlier. It was, Michelle Gumabao is one of 6 De La Salle lady spikers who have won the Best Blocker Award in UAAP Women's Volleyball. Who are the other 5? Do you happen to know the answer? Baka may sagot ka dito, Michelle?
I know a couple,
Sige,
but
go
I'm
ahead.
not really sure.
Sige lang. Try it. Shoot.
Definitely Jacqueline Alarca, and I think Majoy Baron. Joan C, I think, was also the best blocker. I don't
3.
know about
3
Celine
na yan.
Hernandez.
4.
I'm stuck there. I'm stuck with 4 guesses.
Galing! Oo, matatawa ka sa nakalimutan mo. Ito, the correct answers are...
best blocker? I'm not sure eh.
Magagalit sa'yo yun. Celine Hernandez, tama si Michelle in season 70. And then, sinabi mo nga si Jacqueline Alarca.
Si Abby nga. Yeah.
Yari ka. Season 71, si Jacqueline Alarca. And then, si John C. in season 72. Tapos season 75, si Abby Maraño, si Chang na kinalimutan mo. And then si Majoy Baron in season 78. And of course, Michelle Gumabao.
That was my last year.
Yes, that was your last year. And Michelle, you won it twice in season 73 and 74. So Chang, kinalimutan ka ni Michelle Gumabao.
Hoy, sinabi ko sa last.
Okay.
Abby won Best Blocker.
Oh, hinabol mo naman. Michelle, nakita ka pa, well, we still saw you play dun sa previous PVL Open Conference. You were part of that creamline lineup that made it all the way to the finals. So, ang tanong, paano ng volleyball ngayon? Will you still play? Will you focus now on your political career? Will you be able to juggle both if ever you do make you do win, and then paano yun? Anong volleyball?
Of course, if ever I am given the opportunity to be able to juggle both, I was once a student athlete and then I became a beauty queen athlete. Maybe now I can be a congresswoman athlete. I don't know. But at the end of the day, volleyball has always been a part of my life, not just because I enjoy playing, but I enjoy making people happy while they watch our games. I've already talked to Creamline. This team is I love my team. I love my teammates. I love our management. So I had to make it known to them months before that I had plans of running, and what would happen if I do win, and what our obligations are to each other. Because technically, Jay, I don't have a contract for next year.
Okay,
I don't have a contract for the year of 2022, so I am able to leave volleyball legally. But willingly, I'm not yet sure. So we'll see. We'll see how everything pans out.
Yeah.
But if the problem is the schedule, it's never been a problem for me. We train super early in the morning, 6 to 9 in the morning. So it's really more of how sports is now. Probably if it's still a bubble by next year, we still don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely won't be able to do another bubble. And I've been very vocal about that setback for me, to my team, to Creamline. But if all is well and we really go back to normal, volleyball games are able to go back to normal, then if given the opportunity, I'd still love to play.
Of course, you will be a big loss to that lineup, the Cream line as well. And I know your passion, yung mahal na mahal mong volleyball. Well, Michelle, it's always been, glad catching up with you. I enjoy our conversations. Maraming salamat, Michelle. The best of luck to you. Thank you. Regards to Aldo, and stay safe. Again, and hello to that cutie. Hi.
Bye.
Bye, Michelle. Take care. we just had volleyball star and party list aspirant, Michelle Gumabao.